What's up, YouTube? It's me, your boy Dragon Masters 525, aka Keon, coming at you with a new type of video, actually. So, my friend actually suggested I do this type of video because lately I've been getting into model kits. So, this is going to be my first ever Gundam review on a model kit, and the review that we're going to be doing it is going to be on the MS-07B Gouf, or 07B-3 Gouf Custom. So this is what we're going to be reviewing today. This is one of my favorite kits, and Broby, if you're watching, thank you for getting this for me. It was really fun building it, and it's just one of my favorite suits. So without further ado, we're just gonna review it. We're gonna review articulation, design, accessibility, and how easy it is to build on like the level of beginner, intermediate, expert, and stuff like that, and just kind of give our honest reviews on this model kit and whether it's worth if you wanted to buy this type of model kit or if you wanted to buy a different type of model kit. So without further ado, let's just kind of get into this review. Woo! So this is the model kit that we're reviewing today. It is the MS-07B-3 Gouf Custom, and it's the Zeon ground battle type mobile suit from the anime 8th MS team. Also, on top of that, it is a high grade, so that's actually pretty cool. The box has a lot of stuff that you see, some clips from the anime. It shows, more stuff, what it's outfitted with, and obviously it's 1/144th scale, which is actually pretty nice. It shows, some posing that you can do. Whole bunch of other stuff, and it's awesome. And because it's a gunpla, there's no glue required. So we're just showcasing the box a little bit, just kind of showing what you'll see at the store when you find it. So in the box, besides the model kit, you'll find a obviously like a manual, instruction manual showcasing how to build it, which is actually not that bad. And honestly, it's pretty cool because it shows just so much stuff. As you see here, it shows different parts, how to build it. I would say on the scale, this is a really good beginner kit. At least if you've built other model kits before, it's a little difficult. I want to say, but not too difficult because it is a high grade. So high grades and real grades are used for beginners, which is really nice. If you're just trying to get into Gundam and stuff like that. So as you see here, this is my completed Gouf Custom. Honestly, I think it's really, really sick, dude. It just has so much stuff that just added onto it. If you look on the weapons, right? Not only is there a mini gun attached to it and stuff like that, but the level of detail is just so nice. It comes with the shield, and obviously up here, different weapons. As you can see here, it's a little sheath that you can add for your sword, which is pretty cool. My only complaint about this weapon is that it's a little heavy. So let me show you. So if I was to just let it go, it's just so heavy because there's so much equipment attached to it that the Gundam, the model kit doesn't have a good center of balance. So I normally have to position it and articulate it to a way that it can just stand still, kind of like this. It's really nice. The articulation is okay. We have some posability here. I feel like it's a little restricted though, I'm not gonna lie, because there's not that much that you can do without forcing the pieces to go. And honestly, I'm glad I caught this on camera. Here's another issue with this. The posability and building it is fine, but when it comes to the polycaps, and just adding pieces onto it, the hand, it's actually pretty difficult because it just kind of falls off. So you kind of have to be careful. If you don't do a customization or make it so that it fits, it just kind of pops off if you bend it too far, which is honestly not my favorite because I really like having my mobile suits and my kits, obviously put together and not falling apart over the littlest thing. Because you don't have to apply a lot of pressure. It just has to just drop maybe once or so. Cause as you can see, it's almost coming off after that drop. But other than that, joints are really fine. You got a lot of moving pieces, which to me I think is actually like pretty crazy, because I never had this kind of like accessibility for like moving pieces and parts on a mobile suit, which is pretty cool. Head is kind of limited in terms of like how it can look. I mean, I guess you could force it, right? But like, again, if you try forcing it, the articulation in the polycaps and stuff like that just aren't that good. So you just kind of have to keep it in a specific, I want to say a specific pose, or in a way where like none of the stuff like kind of falls off, if you know what I'm saying. The ankles, I feel like, don't go that far. You can only move it so much. So having it, having the mobile suit have like a good center of mass is pretty difficult. I've noticed that like it is pretty heavy in terms of like equipment, so it tends to kind of like move a lot if you don't pose it right. So you have to kind of like play around with it a little bit. But to be honest, I really love the color. I love the fact that you have the light blue contrasting with the dark blue. You got like the darker grays, because this isn't black. This is more like a dark gray. And then I love the contrast between the base colors and the fact that like the eye is like red, as you can see on the camera. Like in real life it's not as shiny, but like on the camera, right, because there's light, you can see that it's like the light's reflecting off the top of the eye of the Zaku. So, or I mean the Gouf, which I think is actually like pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, it gives it that like almost like that LED look to it. I really like it. This is one of my favorite frames, because I've watched a lot of Gundam. You know, we know that Rambarol pilots this. Probably not this custom, because this is from 8th MS team and Rambarol died at Mobile Suit Gundam. But I think it's pretty cool. You got like jetpacks. The skirt, unfortunately, doesn't open up a lot, which is, you know, kind of like a bummer, because I wanted to do like some posability with it. But everything's just kind of like solid, if you think about it. For me, what I like about this kit is the weapons. Like, the weapons look so cool. It's just a whole machine gun, dude. And you can put this in different modes. Oh, there goes the arm again. I'm just gonna put this off to the side, because honestly, it's too much. But like, it's so sick. Like, you got like the swords that you can have. Like, if I wanted to, I could get like another hand piece right now. Put the sword on there. Let me see what else we can do. I know we could do a lot more stuff with this. I believe the shield, does the shield come off? I know we can take it off to do some extra like posability, or just keep the machine gun, which I think is like pretty cool. But I know that you can like get more equipment if you want to outfit your mobile suit with more equipment that you might like and stuff like that. But overall, it's actually not bad. I feel like the price is pretty good too, because it is a high grade, like I said. So it's supposed to be pretty affordable, pretty cheap, and it's supposed to be good for the beginner, which is actually like not that bad, and I really enjoy that. Because sometimes like working on a more expert frame can be pretty challenging and could be pretty annoying. So high grades are pretty good if you're just trying to get into it. If you're already into Gundam and if you're just looking for like a fun frame to build, I do believe that the Gouf is pretty fun. I had a lot of fun building it, and just like going through the process to build the Gouf custom was honestly like so much fun. For posability, I feel like you can't really pose it that much. Like, you're pretty limited, which is okay. But this is where, like, if I was trying to pose it, I feel like it just doesn't, I feel like it just kind of doesn't hit. I feel like this would be better, like, in a diorama where it's kind of still and customized and stuff like that. But, you know, it's not that bad for what it is. And pretty cheap, too, so it's, like, pretty good. If I was to give, like, a rating, on this Gouf, I'd honestly rate it like a good solid like 7 out of 10. It's not bad. is not bad. There's just some slight issues, you know, articulation, posability. Other than that, I really think weapons are fine. I think the suit is fine, and it's just like one of my favorite like suits. And honestly, I really believe it's a highly recommend on any list, especially since this one was from 8th MS Team. I don't know if any of you guys seen Mobile Suit Gundam, the 8th MS Team, but it's a really nice anime, and it has some really nice like 90s aesthetic, and just seeing that in there just fills me with so much nostalgia, which is like actually like pretty cool. So I guess I'm kind of seeing this through like nostalgia glasses and stuff like that, but it's really cool. And the fact that it comes with a lot of stuff. You got the box, you got the suit, and you got, you know, the manual. So just like all together, this is just like pretty pimpin' and just super saucy. It's just so good. So yeah, overall, personally, I think this is a really nice kit. I know I've been saying that probably for the last like 7 minutes, so I'm sorry about that. But if you're looking to, you know, get into Gundam, I recommend like some high grades or real grades. I would go for easier kits. I would say this is a little bit above like easy, just because there's so many parts, and it's just like I could see a beginner getting a little bit like frustrated with this if they're not doing like an RX-78 or something easier, maybe like a gun tank, gun cannon, the ball, where they're pretty self-explanatory and pretty easy. But I highly recommend this because it's just it's a little bit of like a learning curve a little bit if you've never gotten into model kits. But if you're let's say expert, intermediate, or even a beginner, I feel like you would really enjoy this. The price range is not that bad either. High grades go for pretty cheap, you know, 20, 30 bucks here and there. Not that bad, maybe 40. But you should never have like a lot of difficulty building high grades compared to, you know, master grades, perfect grades, and like the higher skilled units. But I feel like this is really good for any collection. If you're like a Zaku fan, if you're like, you know, the Principality of Zeon, or if you're just looking for like a really cool suit to build, I really highly recommend the MS-07B-3 Gouf custom. And honestly, personally, it's like one of my favorites. I'm really content with this. Like I said, the articulation makes me a little upset because it just, like, if I expect, like, if I have a mobile suit, you know, why are the joints coming off? Dude? Why is my hand coming off? But that's just my taste, though, my personality, because when I build models, I really like having everything kind of like still, everything has nice articulation for like display purposes or dioramas. So for me, it gets a little annoying, and if you're like me, like, I feel like you would get pretty annoyed too, because you can't really fuck around with this too much. Maybe I just got a bad model, or maybe they're all like this, but I'm just not seeing, like, if it drops on the floor, dude, bye Gundam, bye mobile suit. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna lose a hand, you're gonna lose a weapon or something. So if you build this, I definitely recommend like a display case, just because like the articulation is just not there, and it's just pretty heavy. Mostly because of the weapons. If I take the weapons off, I mean, yeah, I have some more room for, you know, mobility improvement, and the fact that it's not like so top heavy. But I don't want to lose any pieces, so I'd just rather have everything together. So if you do buy this kit, I do highly recommend like a stand or something that you can put it in that it won't fall and stuff like that. But that's pretty much like all my thoughts and reviews on this. This is my first Gundam review, so like I don't know what I'm doing, so I hope you guys like enjoy, I guess, my thoughts and opinions on this. I build model kits before. I build not just like Gundams but other stuff too, but on YouTube this is my first like actual in-depth Gundam review, and I kind of don't know what to say or what to do. I was like writing notes from like what's that channel's name? Goketsu. It's that Gundam channel. So I took some tips from him in order to make this video and stuff like that. I didn't actually talk to him. I just like look at some of the videos, you know, just saw some effects and, you know, all that stuff, and just kind of made my own thing. But yeah. This is definitely, I'd say a good 7 out of 10. Probably maybe a little bit lower, maybe like a 6. Just due to the articulation and stuff like that. But it is a good model, and I do think it's definitely worth buying if you really like, you know, Zeon-esque suits and stuff like that. It's not that bulky either. I don't really like bulky suits. So like stuff like the Big Zam, the Zeong. I don't like the Zeong. only because it's just like pretty bulky, and surprisingly the Gouf is like somewhat bulky, but I feel like it's a lot more slimmer than like the Zaku's, like the Zaku 1s or 2s or 3s, and stuff like that. But yeah, that's just my review, and I hope you guys enjoy. Definitely let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Definitely give it a thumbs up or thumbs down, depending on how you feel. I don't really care. And if you want to see more Gundam-esque like videos, definitely check out my channel, because I have a whole Gundam playlist. You can see like what I built, what suits I have and stuff like that, you know, the shorts and stuff like that. If you want to see some of more of my other content, I definitely have a lot of variety, so definitely check that out. If you don't want to miss another upload, definitely hit that bell icon, so because I post pretty regularly, so you don't miss an upload, because I upload, you know, either sporadically or pretty frequently, so it just really depends. But I don't really think I have anything else to say. Just thank you for tuning in, dude. Anyways, I'm gonna end the video here because it's getting like pretty long, so I'm gonna be signing off. This is me, your boy Dragon Masters 525, aka Keon, dude, signing out. Woo!